How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Michael Thurville, photojournalist and sociologist here at VEDA World News. Now, we're taking a break from politics today, and we're talking about Houston. More specifically, we'll be talking about the entertainment section of Houston. And I have a quick question. Why does Houston have so many award shows?
Are you asking me this right now?
Yes, I am most definitely asking.
Well, as you know, Houston is known for its Southern hospitality and recognition, and just giving credit where credit is due to the people that are in the community serving, or people that are doing a lot of outreach. So it's part of our culture. It's part of our culture. So I do, when you walk past someone, typically you're supposed to say hello, how you doing, or as the Houstonians say, or as a Texan say, howdy.
Okay.
But at this point in time, as far as why Houston has so many award ceremonies, that is questionable.
What about you, sir? What are your thoughts on this?
Well, with me, I haven't been a Houstonian for that long, but what I have observed, and based on where I've come from versus where being in Houston right now, I would say there's a lot of Houston, from what I observed, is a very community-based type of city in general. Outside of like giving back and things of that sort, just the nature of how people conduct themselves. People are friendly, so they're about social skills and being social with different people.
Yeah.
So coming together is a norm for Houston, and so I think the awards shows and things of that sort is simply a reflection of how the Houstonians view them, the average everyday person. Coming from back home, we're very individualistic based. It's not so family oriented. It's not so group based. It's cliquish. But it's still individual. So what I gotta make it versus we gotta come together.
Gotcha.
So I would say the reason why there's so many award shows is because it's just a reflection of the thought process of the average Houstonian, from what I've observed.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. Do any one of you feel as if there are not only just too many award shows, but these award shows are allowing people to, obtain recognition for things that they may or may not have necessarily deserved?
Absolutely. Especially when it comes to like the community base. Like we have awards. Let's specify. We have different award ceremonies.
Mm-hmm.
In the entertainment field, we have the music awards. I've seen the acting and film, things of that nature, theater awards, recognition awards. Of course, you have your typical best this and best that when it comes to the corporate world or whatever. But I do also see a lot going on specifically in the community where people want what they call it recognition and clout, and they're not doing or serving the community. And it makes it, well, I'm not gonna say they're not serving the community. They're not serving the community like they're saying they're serving the community.
Understood.
So,
sir?
So I would say, to kind of piggyback what she's saying, it's like it can get to a point where things can get oversaturated.
right.
And I think based on who you're asking, like I'm giving my perspective though, it seems like every other weekend
there is an award show.
It's every other weekend.
Yeah.
I think it's a balance though. It's a double-edged sword, because yes, you want to give people recognition, but at the same time, when you have a pool of so much going on, that means there's more liable to have problems. So the bigger the situation, the bigger the problems. A lot of times.
I don't know. I've always been the type of person that felt as if award shows, galas, were supposed to be special events.
Yes.
You see, it's not an everyday thing. So from my perspective, and I very rarely give my perspective on the show, is that if everybody gets an award, then how valuable is the award?
Value,
You see what I'm saying? If everybody's going to get one, I think that I would only assume that people who have actually put in the work actually feel, like a slap in the face.
It's definitely a slap in the face. We have these titles, these positions, these recognitions that it's not that, hey, I hear this, I hear that. That some of these people that are getting awarded or honored in real life won't even pick up a piece of paper off the freeway or off the park, or do a environmental cleanup.
Yeah.
Like, how do you call yourself a humanitarian? How do you call yourself how do you call yourself whatever you want to call yourself? Whatever you how do you call yourself a people person if you don't connect? If you're not connecting, And so here it is. You have these plaques and these certificates that say, "Hey, Lifetime Achievement Award," or
But a lifetime achievement award for doing what?
looking like they're looking,
Right.
asking what they're asking, paying for what they're paying for.
Are you suggesting that people are actually paying to get recognized at these quote unquote award shows?
What I'm saying is they're not doing the work.
Okay.
And what I'm saying is, if money talks, that's what I'm
I
saying.
think so. I think so.
And
I
if
do-
you
I think
if you
so.
want to go
I
if
think
you
so.
want to go into detail, they are. They
Okay.
are. That's just bottom line. Not everyone.
Right,
Not
right.
everyone. There are people that play by the rules, but most of the people, as far as when it comes by the recognition awards and things of that nature, they're paying for. Hey, let me get this. Let me
Okay,
get that.
right.
And then afterwards, you don't hear nothing else from them.
So this is
Let's
a
just be
PR
honest.
stunt. This is a public
Right.
relations
Right,
stunt that we're
right.
looking at here. Could you agree to that, or do you see things different?
I wholeheartedly agree, because when you put all that out there, you have to peel the layers back. There's an underlying condition to that. There need to be seen. There's a need for attention. There's a need for popularity. Certain people are driven by attention and popularity. So that paying for an award that you like, it's like paying for a trophy at a sports thing.
Yeah,
You
or
didn't
just
play- you didn't win the game.
You didn't win the game.
But you paid for the trophy. It's
That's
like
even worse than a
You
participation
didn't even
trophy.
you didn't even
Yeah.
participate.
Right. So it's
Wow.
like, so we have to look at it from the deepest layer that you can, because like I said, every action is driven by some type of thought process. So why are people paying for this? What makes people want to? What makes
Why do
people,
you think they're paying for it?
like I said, a lot of people like attention, and and I've learned this actually being here too. I won't speak it for everybody, because there's some very good people, there's some very hardworking people here, there's some very generous people here, there's people here that give back a lot. But then there's a group of people who sees this, they use this as an opportunity. They get into these worlds, they get into these circles of these people. So there's snakes,
Okay.
in the midst. So they're coming and they're figuring out who's who. They're saying, hey, they're utilizing whatever they can to get leverage with these
Right.
people.
So these people are exploiting
Yes.
something that was originally supposed to be for the greater good. They're
Definitely.
exploiting it for their own selfish and oftentimes could be possibly nefarious reasons.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Like it's
absolutely.
like think about it. The purpose of it is good. Like the whole purpose of having awards is for recognizing who's doing the right things out here.
Right.
Just like
Understood.
just like the purpose of a police union is to help the people, serve the people, protect the people. But then you have some bad ones
Some bad
got in the mix,
Mhm.
and it tarnishes
The,
the whole union.
Well, let's transition gears here, because
Yeah.
you two's red carpet galore, okay?
Thank
You, entertainment,
Yeah.
this is what you guys do.
Mhm.
I want to switch gears to fashion shows in Houston.
Okay.
Now, when I hear the term Fashion Week, and please excuse my ignorance here, it's supposed to be that 1 week.
Mhm.
But here in Houston, I see Fashion Week every other month. And I'm just
Yeah.
wondering, like, okay, why are there so many fashion weeks going on? Why are there so many fashion shows that are going on? More importantly, why are people throwing fashion shows in Houston and not paying models? And why are people throwing fashion shows here in Houston and they're not selling the items? More importantly, your thoughts?
So, going back to what we were saying, I believe it's a money grab. I believe it's an opportunity. I believe it's as they say, clout. Now again, after you've done it, maybe a time or two, I could understand, you want to get the feel or get the experience or whatever. But after you're known these many years or however so often to be doing this, you should already know the process, the procedure, and the blueprint of how to get these people paid, how to get your ticket sales, how to get people to come out and advertise and market the right way. Everything else, there's no reason for paying for a table here, a table there, a table here, a table there. And we know how much the tickets are. We know how much we're paying for general admission. We know how much we're paying for the tables, but your people aren't getting paid. And if they are getting paid, they're not getting paid on time.
Right.
Well,
It's a balance too, honestly. If you look at it from different perspectives, like a business aspect,
Yeah.
there's a lot of costs that come into putting events together. There's a cost with venues, promotion. There's all kinds of different
Yes,
facets.
you have to pay for these things in order for people to know
Exactly.
what's going on.
Yeah.
So from a business aspect, so they might look at it like, okay, this model, they're not known, they are dedicating their time. So I'm not taking that off the table, but they don't bring the crowd of people. If they post a flyer, they're not bringing out the masses.
Right.
So it's all about putting butts in seats in business when it comes to events. So
Well,
Yeah, just 1 second.
Oh,
Like
gotcha.
they give, so they look at it from that aspect, but at the same time, on the other token, there's no effort being made. Like, okay, gas money to get home. Here, just a little something for your time. Not saying to pay 6 figures or get them what you giving Tyra Banks or nothing like that, but give some type of effort or some type of show of appreciation for their time and their work. Because that is working. You're giving time. It's just like if you're on the job, you're giving time in exchange for pay.
You're absolutely
so
right.
I agree with you all, just giving the devil's advocate perspective, but at the same time, there's no effort being made to look out for the people that's putting on.
And I want to say this and piggyback off of you as well. So again, when you're paying someone for a job, whether they are experienced or not, you're paying them for a job. You're not paying them to, hey, bring tickets and advertise. No, you're paying me because I'm skilled at what I do, or maybe you have potential. Maybe I have some type of potential to do what, or make your show better, or whatever. I'm not a box office. I'm not. That's a secondary job that you want me to do. You need to go pay for your own advertisement when it comes to that.
Right.
Not, oh well, yeah, I'm gonna put what you say, butts in the seats. No, it's if people come, that's fine.
Right.
If people don't come, that's still not on me
Right.
because I'm paid to do a specific job, not be a box office.
Well, here's the question.
Go ahead.
Here's the question.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Do either one of you feel as if there's a lot of dry begging going on here in Houston? And what I mean by that is people who want you to do stuff for free all the time without any expectation of paying you down the line.
So yes, there is dry begging, and I'm gonna switch gears on this one. When it comes to the entertainment portion of this, when it comes to acting, right? When it comes to film, I mean, who doesn't want to be on TV? Who doesn't want to be on Tubi? Who doesn't want to be on Netflix? Who doesn't want to be a star, right? But people are, especially beginners, are compromising their talent or maybe an opportunity, and then you have directors or writers or whatever. Hey, well, you know what? Let me try to give you an opportunity. Let me see what you got. By the way, we're not going to pay you nothing but credits, and we're not going to pay you for your time. But maybe we could give you some spaghetti and meatballs in exchange. You know what I'm saying? A cold sandwich meal in exchange. And due to the fact that happens a lot, especially with the beginners or whatever, it makes someone seasoned like myself having to go out and say, hey, I'm not that. We're not doing that. And I have to kind of put on a firm face because
Which makes you look like the bad guy.
You see?
It does.
So at the end of the day, it kind of, it's very compromising because we have the beginners that no one's told them, no one's, pulled them aside and say, hey, this is what we do, this is what we don't do, this is what we are working for, or working towards, and this is what we don't compromise with.
What I'm getting from you is that there should be a sense of some kind of guild, maybe an actors guild, a writers guild, even a photographer and videographers guild right here in Houston that sets itself apart from hobbyists, almost like a union, but not really a union because we're in Texas and Texas is not really union friendly, but guilds most definitely protects artists and creators from having to lowball themselves where they can't make a decent living at what they love to do the most. And that art's is good at.
And that should be here in Houston more than anything. I think we do have some in Texas. It's just not in Houston at this time, which hopefully should be soon to change. Cross my fingers.
Definitely.
But at the end of the day, it just, I look at this all the time, and I'm gonna be honest. I see the beginners or the up and coming newbies, and I'm the type. Hey, look, let me talk to you real quick. Let me be fairy godmother, fairy god auntie for a second, and bring you in and lace you up on some things that are the do's and the don'ts, because a lot of these people I'm discovering don't have those type of mentors. And I'm not saying I'm a mentor. I do pay for have my services. You won't pay for my services. But anyway, but at the end of the day, I don't mind giving little tokens and knowledge, wisdom, jewels and things of that nature, knowledge nuggets, as they say. I don't mind saying that because somebody had to help me at one point in time. Somebody had to take me in and say, hey, Mimi, these are the do's, these are the don'ts, and how do you feel, and what is your brand, and what are you representing? Things of that nature. But just to be doing something, just to be doing it for clout, now that's a different situation.
Your thoughts, sir?
Yeah, so I think too, another thing that we need to all look at is that we all in control. We're adults, so most of us, like, well, all three of us are, but I'm talking about in general. Like, there are young people that look to, become entertainers or join the entertainment field for some sort or reason. But I think it's important that as adults we understand that we don't have to accept everything either.
This is true.
They say, hey, I can't pay you. You have the choice then to say, I don't want to do this then.
But what do you do in a situation, again, where you're new to the industry?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do in a situation where you're new to the community and you're trying to get yourself out there and you don't have enough skills, you don't have enough talent?
We all, whatever field we join, whether it's the medical field, we all have to do our due diligence and find out what we're getting into. We don't just step out there. We have to, if we find out what a casting call is, we can reach out. Like, there's so many different outlets and so many different people out here that are willing to give us the game.
Mm-hmm.
But we just have to, a lot of us get, especially when we're starting out, we tend to jump on as many opportunities as we can so that some can stick. Mm-hmm. But we have to get out of that mindset and do our due diligence first. Because there are people that will take advantage of you, then there are people that won't.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to find out what it is you need to know before you step into that. Like, I can't just go to take the bar. I can't just walk somewhere and, hey, let me take the bar. I have to find out what's the process of taking the bar. Mm-hmm. Then I pass it and I get my law. I can practice law, this and that. So I think we should do that as actors or whatever field we get into.
Okay, so there should be stipulations.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I would have to say that I concur with that. I think that setting standards,
Mm-hmm.
saying, hey, if we want to be able to live in Houston and not necessarily make as much as the people in LA,
Mm-hmm.
but make a decent living at doing something that you are competent at and very good at, and two, you love doing, this is what we're going to need.
Yeah.
And so, hey, videographer guy, we don't think you should charge less than $100 an hour for you to do some work. How do you feel about that?
Right.
Hey, photography guy, you don't need to charge less than $100. Actress, you don't need to charge nothing less than $350 an hour. Whatever that is, the normal rate for your industry within the market of Houston and Texas in general, I think that's where we really need to kind of start.
Right. And I will say this as well too. I recommend training. That's what I'm seeing a lot. People aren't getting trained. Or properly trained. I'm not going to say they're not getting trained.
Yeah.
They're not getting properly trained. And this goes back to the mentorship or the teachers that are, or professors or instructors that specify, but they
That's
are
the correct word.
specify in this specific department or industry. So a lot of individuals I'm discovering, they just wake up one day and I'm here. I want to be discovered.
Yes.
And social media makes it even worse because you get on the certain platform of social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, and you do something crazy or maybe funny or whatever the case is, and it sticks, and then all of a sudden you're an overnight celebrity, you're an overnight superstar, you're an overnight success.
But that does not constitute that one actually having real skill.
Absolutely
that is a
not.
likability.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Especially, and I see it a lot, and we're talking about entertainment now. I don't know how we're doing this, but I see it a lot when it comes to the comedians. You know, you could put on a camera and maybe do a nice little skit or whatever, and it might stick, it might work depending on how your personality is and depending on how you plan the plot. But when you get on the stage, you can't even hold the audience for 2.5 seconds because you're not that funny.
I am a fan of stand-up comedy. Let me first say that, number one. I'm not a comedy like movie watcher or sitcom watcher. I love stand-up. And I've never been to the Improv here in Houston. I'm just too busy for that. What is it like when a comedian is up there and they're not funny? What do you feel inside of you?
I wasted my time. I wasted my money.
Okay.
Like I'm looking for a follow-up joke just to cover up the joke that you did, that wasn't funny. Now, granted, there are some upcoming talents and things of that nature, so they have open mics, and that's what happens. You try. If it doesn't work, you try again. I want to give credit to the late great Bernie Mac.
Very funny man.
I want to give credit to him. I believe one of his stand-ups. He did fail. He did flop, and he brought it back. And are we allowed to say this? I'm gonna say it. The term was, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers, right?
You can say that.
Okay.
It's
I ain't
not-
scared.
It's uncensored.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. And he really that was not part of his joke. He came out and said whatever, I can't remember the actual joke, but whatever it was, and they were kind of like booing him, and they were kind of giving him the silent like stare. Okay. And he was like, well, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. And then when he said it, and how he said it and how he delivered it, it made it funny. And still to this day, it's been probably about 20, 30, well, probably 30 some odd years later, even after his after that first appearance, or one of those first appearances, it's very monumental, and it's one of his funniest performances.
Definitely.
Sir?
So, to be honest, being a stand-up comedian, to me, is one of the most respectable things to me. I highly respect anybody that can get out there.
Yeah, it takes a very special person to do it.
It takes a lot to get out there and do.
Yeah.
I'm a performer. I'm not a stand-up comedian. Yeah, I'm a tribute artist. I don't tell jokes for a living. So that's something that even me, I'm like, I'm a performer. I'm fearless. I get out there and do what I got to do, no matter what the crowd is. But when it comes to that comedy, that's a, man.
It is a different ball
It's a different animal. And when a comic is not doing well, I try, I'm not the booing type of person.
Okay.
To be honest, I feel sorry for them. I'm feeling bad. It's
so
cringe,
you have a little
it's cringe.
empathy. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little cringe, because the energy in the room is like,
yeah.
So I feel that too, but at the same time, I feel bad because like I know that's probably messing them up on the inside. But they're trying. They got the guts to get out there and do it. So I respect it.
Well, I also believe it's different techniques. In order to be a comedian, you have to be an actor first. You have to have some type of form of acting.
I can see that.
If you don't, then it's not going to go as planned as you would like it.
Who's the funniest comedian in Houston? I'm very curious about that.
Ooh.
Because I haven't had the opportunity to really check. Who's like the top 3 in your list?
Top 3 for me, Lil Daryl.
I'm laughing already. I don't know who the person is.
Jeff Shelley.
Okay.
And also Terrence Grossman.
You got my 3.
Wow, really?
Is it Terrence Grossman? Terry Grossman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Girl-wise, I'm not sure just yet as far as top 3, but I do know for one of the ladies, I think her name is Lotto. So
I know her.
I feel like I've seen her grow throughout the process.
Okay.
Everyone else, Ray Cedra. I forgot about Ray Cedra. I'm gonna slide him in.
Okay.
To
so you got like 3.5, 4.
Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
I'm gonna slide him in.
Mount Rushmore.
As well.
Okay.
There may be some that are up and coming that I don't know of as of right now, but those are my top as for right now.
So let me ask you a quick question here. What does it take to get people to understand in Houston that they must pick up their game when it comes to competing with the likes of LA, Chicago, Miami, New York?
You got to go there. You got to go experience the top dogs. You got to go experience the I'm not gonna say the best of the best, but you have to have that experience because again, if you're around the same demographic, it's not really going to be a lot of comparison or competition. Right. Yes, you might be good. You might be good in Houston, but have you been to LA?
Right.
Have you seen what type of services they work with? Have you went to a real set? Not discrediting anyone, but have you went to a real set, a full production? Yes. Have you actually had the interaction with directors and PAs and things of that nature? But that's what I would say. Y'all got to get out of Houston. Yeah. At least for maybe the experience. I'm not, whatever you do is what you do on your personal time, but get out of Houston to experience. And so you can come back full throttle.
Right. Get out your comfort zone.
Go ahead. Did you something want to say?
Yeah, to piggyback off that, like get out your comfort zone. You can never grow if you're still doing the same thing, If you want something different, you got to do something different.
This is absolutely true.
And I'm going to say this too, because I've been a witness of this. Houston, we are growing. We are growing tremendously in that field. However, we still got some work to do.
What kind of work do we have to do?
A lot.
Like I think it starts. I'm gonna kind of answer that real quick.
Okay.
Please,
to kind of give you a little alley-oop.
Let's go.
So first, I think getting the bad apples out the way, because I think a lot of the game, a lot of Houston, Houston is a wonderful. I moved here a few years ago and I love it. I see so much potential in the city.
I do too.
So but I think a lot of it's tainted by the bad apples in the mix, and I think and this could be applied to the entertainment world, acting and modeling, whatever. Let's start putting out who's doing people wrong, who's not paying people when they're supposed to be paid, who's taking advantage of people, who's taking advantage of up and coming talent, putting them in positions, compromising positions and things to get a certain role or to fulfill a certain job. People shouldn't have to compromise their integrity just so they can be seen or get a check.
Right.
So let's start exposing who's not doing it right, who has the reputation of casting couches and stuff like that. Who's we
define casting couch for those that may not understand.
Well, for those who may not know,
terminology.
Casting couches is, hey, come over to my house. You want this role? Do a little something for me, and you get the role.
What he is saying, gentlemen and women out there, he is asking. There are people out here that are asking people to do something strange for a piece of change right here in Houston. And I can say, when I first picked up my camera in Houston as a photographer, that was one of the horror stories that I actually heard.
Yeah.
Young ladies would say, hey, listen, this photographer, he either shot me and didn't give me my images, or he shot me, it was a nude shoot, and then he posted all of my images on OnlyFans or something like that. Or this photographer or this videographer wanted to do something sexual with me that I didn't feel comfortable doing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those were the things that I experienced when I first picked up my camera here, and just hearing those stories from people.
Definitely.
I would also add this too. Get rid of some of the gatekeepers.
Agreed.
Get rid of some of the gatekeepers. It comes to a point in time where things are going to be let out regardless, whether it's good or bad. Good news is news, bad news is news. But the gatekeepers, you're not in my circle, so I can't tell you this, or I can only do this much for you. You're not in that circle, or you're not as cool, or you're not as popular, or you're not as known, or I can't use you or utilize you, and so therefore, here you go. Here's some sprinkles and a piece of crumbs, and going about your way.
Let me ask a quick question here. And this is coming from a question regarding an industry that is very near and dear to me, because this was a industry that I actually started in when I was about 18 years old. Question number one. Does Houston have an adult entertainment scene here that is worthy of being on film? Yay or nay?
I don't know about the adult entertainment film.
I have to ask this because I see so many people that say, hey, I can do this thing, and then they don't do this thing.
So I will say everyone has a shape. Houston, we are shapely. We have boom, boom, bam. And so, everyone is talented. Not everyone, but
they have a talent.
They have a skill or talent.
Okay.
It's possible. I just don't know about it.
Okay.
And just out as we were talking about earlier, people will put themselves in compromising situations just to be known, and they do not care who it is, what it is, or what it is about. And so, if it's that type of exploitation that they want, that they want to start off with, then they have to live with that, wherever, however. So,
your thoughts, sir?
So I'm gonna be honest, like I know of a couple adult stars here, entertainment stars, but I don't know a lot of them, so I can't. I don't think I'm qualified to speak because I'm not from here as well. So it's like I'm not qualified to speak on that. Understood. But I know of a couple, so I don't know if this is.
Are they actually good? And what are their names? We would love to be able to give them a positive shout out here at VEDA World News.
Right. Okay.
I mean, it's up to you though.
Okay. I'll give one that comes off the top. No pun intended. But let me see. Her name is Simone Richards. She's an adult entertainer from here.
I'm like trying to.
She's on the younger spectrum though.
Okay.
She's probably early 20s or something like that. Early to mid 20s.
I tell you what, I do one even better. You tell her to come on this show.
I don't know her. I just know of her. I don't know her.
Give me the name. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to find her and I'm going to say, hey, you need to come on VEDA World News and talk about the adult industry right here in Houston, because whether we like to admit it or not, there are a bunch of strip clubs around here and a lot of after-hour spots that have a lot of after-hour things going on after the hours.
Well, let's not even say that's the broad way to look at it.
Okay.
Some of these models, they're modeling. And
Well, what kind of model are you talking about?
They're modeling.
Modeling what?
They're modeling, you know.
Like that's I don't know.
So again,
I am very naive.
they could be runway, they could be around the way. I don't know what kind of way they are, but at the end of the day, that is a cover up. Let me just say that is a cover up of what it really is.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
So it's they model, but what they present to the masses or wherever they present.
And not all models.
Oh, let me ask you, what is the best strip club here in Houston? They just opened up the Colorado strip club. They renovated the entire thing. Right? Is that 59 or 69? I'm not sure about Harwin Drive. Over there by V Live.
I don't know where V Live is.
Oh God.
If you're talking about the big sign that says Colorado,
yes, we're talking about that one.
That's
like Las Vegas.
Okay, that looks like Vegas. I didn't even know. I've been actually wondering about that for many years. I passed by that a lot, but only because was it the Arena Towers? You know, are over there, and so sometimes I have business over there. But at the end of the day, I'm not sure what that is. And so I'm gonna go back to your question. I don't engage myself in strip clubs.
What?
I don't engage myself.
Who do you think you are?
I don't engage myself in strip clubs.
Okay.
There's no need for me to be in that type of
Understood.
realm or field at this time. So.
I wish that I had like the transitional tool where I can kind of like cut you out and go straight to him and say, "My dear sir, what is your favorite strip club here in Houston?" If
you want my honest 100% thoughts or.
No, just you. Which club do you like to go to?
I've never been to a strip club here since
Really?
I've been here. And to be honest, strip clubs aren't necessarily my thing. I've probably been to 3 my whole life.
Oh, I would
back
say
in
this.
Chicago.
Chicago is different.
Yeah.
I'm from Chicago, south side of Chicago.
Same, south side.
Same side right here. Now, for me, there was really no need for me to go to a strip club in Chicago because we would just rent out a house.
Right.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We would have what was called lockdowns in Chicago. That's what we would do.
Right.
And I was a DJ at the time, believe it or not. I was a DJ a little bit. And I had a very good time at these dens of iniquity. Can I say that? Yeah. I had a very good time, though. Met a lot of great people. I met a lot of great influential people that you would never think would be in these spaces. And I'm wondering if that's the same thing here in Houston.
Yeah.
Really?
It is. I will say that. Like I said, I have not been personally.
Okay, I was getting ready to ask. I was listening.
I personally have not been in any of these places.
Okay.
But things happen. People are people. And if you are, if you got an itch, you got to go scratch it, right? So.
Oh, that sounds really like not good.
I mean, not that type of, not that type of itch. But I'm saying if you got an urge to go there, those places, yeah, there are people that do go there after hours of not necessarily. Matter of fact, during the day as well. Birdies tell me things. I just listen.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave that there.
Okay.
But Mimi Money will not be in no strip club, honey.
Okay, fair enough.
So does Euphoria count?
What's that?
Euphoria is not a strip club.
It's not.
What is
I've seen polls in this. I don't know. I went there.
What is it?
Euphoria is a lounge on the north side. They serve excellent food, by the way.
Okay.
And their karaoke is all right too, depending on what night or what week you go. But it's a
yeah,
lounge.
I just seen polls and some girls was dancing on it. So I'm like, is that
good enough for us here at VEDA World News? We support publicly support sex workers of all kinds. I do not. VEDA World News does not discriminate on any kind of sex worker. We do not speak ill of them. We love them here at VEDA World News. And since we love them so much, quick question. Only you'll be able to answer this.
I support the people that are doing their job. They have nice bodies. That's what I support.
I thought you don't go over there to look at it. You would never know the body's nice enough.
I know what a stripper is. I mean, come on, it's out there.
Okay.
I'm just saying, people, and I said strippers and models, okay? Fair. I support those people that are out there doing hard work and nice work, clean work, and
Clean. Okay.
That's what I support, okay? Anything else, I don't know nothing about.
Whose district is Bissonnette?
That is possibly 18
Possibly 18, but who's like the person?
or 9.
Is that District H? District who's like the person in charge of that?
Either if it's District 9, it might be Congressional District 9. Al Green.
Al Green.
Or if it's 18. If it's 18, as of right now, it's vacant. So
Whoever is in charge of not district, but of the Bissonnette, world famous strip of Bissonnette, we need you to turn it back into what it used to be. Okay, it's too many police over there, and I do understand that people do commit crime.
Right.
But you have crime everywhere. Okay.
So Bissonnette is its own community within community.
Yes,
so
it
is. It's its own little neighborhood.
And I think we should make that a designated red light district. I am saying because guess what? At the end of the day, we all like to have a little fun.
Oh yeah.
So at the end of the day, we're gonna go back and speaking on these politicians and
I thought you weren't doing politics today.
politicians and people that are getting not politicians. I'm sorry, community leaders that are not leading the community correctly and getting the recognition that they do not deserve. And yes, Mimi Money has said it. A lot of you guys don't.
Wow.
And I'm gonna say, and you do what you want to do on me as well too. It's fine. I'm on here saying what I need to say, and I feel great about it. There's no.
It's okay.
Okay, cool.
This is a non-censored platform.
But at the end of the day, the truth needs to be taken how it is, and it needs to be delivered. So. Yeah.
Final words. Where can they reach you at, sir?
Well, you can reach me on social media, especially Instagram, at Mr. Shapeshifter. So that's Mr.Shape, as in a square, circle, triangle, shape. Mr. Shapeshifter on IG.
Okay. You, ma'am?
And you can follow me on all social media platforms as Miss Mimi Money, MissMeMoney.
And it was an absolute pleasure to have our viewers watching this particular show, this very candid show today at VEDA World News. My name is Michael Thurville, photojournalist and sociologist. You can follow us at VEDA.com with 2Ms.com and on Instagram at VEDA_world_news. You guys be safe out there. Thank you.